Welcome to Banks Mysteries. This story is called My Destiny. I met Destiny. Yes, that's her real name. The most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Flaming red hair, skin pure white, and the bluest eyes. A dream come true. I was only 15, and she was a local girl from our village. My family was the wealthiest in our village, but I always felt home with the local people. Although the village boys always gave me a hard time and teased me about my family name of Goblin. If they only knew the truth, they would have never teased me. But to them, I was just a weird kid with a weird name. On one such occasion, Destiny heard them teasing me, and she stepped in. No one messed with Destiny. She had a way about her. She scolded them, and they finally left me alone for good. I told her I could have handled that myself. She just smiled and said, "Oh, I know," and then she just left. What did she know? I was puzzled by her remark, but I let it go. I was glad to be rid of those boys and their teasing. So I just walked home thinking no more about it. I kept running into her after school like she was waiting for me, and we would walk home and talk about everything. We had a lot in common. Our favorite place was down by the brook. We took a shortcut through the forest. We both felt safe and at home with nature all around us. Our favorite spot was near the overpass by the brook, with its flowers and bushes all around, like a fairy tale garden. I kept teasing her and told her, "The fairies are watching us." She would just smile and say, "Oh, I know." We made it our own secret place to meet. As the years went by, we became best friends, and then more. Young and in love, but our families were from different circles in the community. Mine were the wealthiest family, and hers were the local tavern owners, great, happy, peaceful people who welcomed me into their lives. I went to work in the tavern. That way I could be with her all the time. She helped as a barmaid, and I was a bartender. That gave her parents time for the kitchen work. It all worked out well. My family never knew. They would not have approved. I didn't need to work. They thought I was out with friends doing what rich kids do. But love has a way if it's meant to be, and we knew we belonged together. One afternoon I was setting up the bar, and she passed by. She smiled and said, "How's it going? Can you get the rest of the glasses for me from the kitchen?" So I did. I noticed some more glasses in the sink, so I finished washing them, and my family ring fell off. I didn't even notice it, and I came out into the bar. Her father and mother both gasped, and she started staring at me. I said, "What's wrong?" Then I saw in the mirror my reflection. What? It was me. No, it was a monster with green skin, pointy ears, a real goblin. I didn't know what to say or do. Then, to my surprise, her family's response was, they just started laughing. I said, "What's so funny? Is this some kind of joke? A trick mirror?" Her father said, "Well, that's one way of breaking the news to him." Her mother said, "Now you be kind when you tell him the truth of who and what he is." So we closed the tavern to talk in private and sat down at the table. Destiny poured us all a pint, and my real story begins. "Well, my dear boy, as you know, you're not who you thought you were, and we are not either. We're all goblins, and then they took their family rings off, even Destiny, and they changed right in front of my eyes. We all just stared at each other, but I felt like I was at last at home for the first time in my life. I knew who and what I was. Destiny said, "I always knew right from the start. You see, we all have our own secret lives. Family rings we all wear make it possible to blend into the human world. They only see what we want them to see." Her father said, "And this is a special place for our kind. The Dungeon and Dragon Tavern is not just for gamers to make believe and play the game. They want to be goblins, fairies, ogres, and mystical creatures. They play alongside the real things. And I'm the dungeon master, and we all have our special roles to play. We allow them to come and play their games. They have no idea they're playing along with the real thing. Oh, if they only knew. Why didn't my family tell me? I think I should have known. Destiny's mother said, I think they wanted to, but when you were ready, they needed you to live with the humans for a while. I told them I always wondered why I always had to wear the family ring. My grandmother told me it was an honor, and I must never take it off. I also noticed Destiny had one of her own. When we even joked about it when we first met. She told me, oh, it's a family thing, and never said anything else about it. It was not my place to tell you any of this. It was up to your family. But now you know. I hope you're not mad at me, she said. Then she winked. Now all our secrets are out in the open. I couldn't be mad at her. She was right, and it's all out now. She went into the kitchen and came back with my ring. Told me, put it back on and you'll be as you were. But any time it comes off, your true self will appear. This is the safest place to do that. Everybody here is trusted, and the humans all think we are just dressed up for Dungeon and Dragon theme, and the games we allow them to play with us. That's how we all get along so well. But don't reveal yourself to any human. You know how humans can be if they think they're not in charge, and if they find out we're real and in the world right alongside of them, that will not be good for us. They think we're all fiction and folklore. What do you think they would do with the truth? We learned from our legends it wouldn't be a good outcome for us. The villagers chased our ancestors and did horrible things to them. So it's good to keep them in the dark about us. I agreed. I remember reading the history lessons from how humans can be so horrible to things they don't understand. And rumors go wild when people are scared. Then I got the nerve to bring Destiny to meet my family and tell them all about her and her family, how we met and how they welcomed me into their lives. To my surprise, my whole family welcomed her with open arms. My grandmother said, I'm so glad you finally know and you're proud of what you are. We were married that year. Her family gave us the tavern, and they're off on their own adventure. They always wanted to travel. So now Dungeon and Dragon Tavern has new owners. It's still a safe place for humans and monsters to mingle, to get the best food, our world-famous Goblin burger, and a nice pint of cold ale. Come for the food, stay for the games. Live life and be merry is our motto. You see, some secrets are good for men and monsters as well. Come join in the fun. Who will your avatar be? A goblin, a fairy, an ogre, or any mystical creature you would like. Take your pick. All are welcome. We'll save a seat for you. I hope you like that story. I want you to check out this channel, Destined Goblin. You all have a great evening. See you next time on Meg's Mysteries.